The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, okay, we're live. We're live. Listen, we're back, y'all. We're back. Hey, Jonathan, rehearsal for Mother Louise Patterson homegoing. Yeah, I put the flyer up a few days ago, and honey, 7:30 in the morning. Oh my God, how are you gonna be in full voice at 7:30 in the morning? But listen, if you're a musicologist, you should be able to pull it off. I am so glad to be back, y'all. We have been off for about 2 weeks for the Thanksgiving holiday, and I'm just glad to be back here at my beloved desk with one of my favorites. This is a limited series, meaning we only have 2 episodes left, and that's it. Okay, so hey everybody, hey Wade, Shelby, Leilanda. I've had a day where I just really got me some good rest, and I felt that I needed it, and I feel the rejuvenation just by resting and not pushing myself. I finally catch a musicology. Oh my God! Well, I'm glad you're here, Chocolate Eyes. Hey, Gail, we're still praying for you, LLE. Everybody, this is gonna be one of my favorite shows, y'all, because I love gospel, right? Y'all know I love me some gospel, and I love good gospel. So today's theme is Sunday best. Not Sunday's best, but it's Sunday best, okay? Music is a universal language. I like that, Reginald Bates. Yeah. I see everybody. Miss Lisa, y'all continue to share. As I said, we have 2 more episodes in December, and it's a wrap. Okay, so, and y'all know that final episode, Mother gonna cut up. Okay, I'm gonna cut up. All right. So, that being said, hey, K Rich, hey, Rochelle, and everybody, I will be live in about an hour and a half. Just to, chop it up with y'all. Okay. Let's rock and roll, Kwame. Let's rock and roll. What do we have up first? What do we have first? Okay, we have a dedication. And our dedication today is we're going to dedicate this show to Irene Cara, you guys. We're going to dedicate this show to Irene Cara. Now, listen, there's a lot of things going online. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of conspiracy theories. Y'all, let the family grieve. You know what I mean? Don't do that, y'all. To the people that are doing that, COVID vaccine conspiracies and all kinds of ththings. Listen, we're grieving. I call her Sparkle, but we know her as Irene Cara. So, oh man, it's already bad enough. We've lost her at such a young age, at 63. Well, thank you, Shelby. It's already bad enough we lost. We don't need no conspiracy theories, y'all. Let the family grieve in peace. Rest in peace, Irene. We're dedicating this whole show to your memory and your honor tonight. Okay? Yeah, let the family. The funeral home ain't even pick the body up, y'all. Damn. Okay, Kwame, what do we have next? Rest in peace, Irene. It's always something in music news. It's always something another Ty Squad. Okay. Listen. Is anybody here can write songs? Do we have any Ty Squad songwriters tonight? Anybody? And y'all write songs? Okay. Pastor Marvin Sapp, he's accepting song submissions. Now, here's the thing. He said it has to be copywritten, right? So if you can write a song, you got a chance to make some good money and be attached to Pastor Sapp. And they give you all the information right there on the flyer. But you can go to his Facebook page or any of his social media. Are you going to submit a song, St. James? Well, I was thinking about submitting a song that I had wrote years ago. Lord, I love you. Ow! Okay, I was thinking about doing that song. I don't know. But y'all, this is a great opportunity. How about a dead man copyright law? I don't know, baby. I don't know. Just go up there. Go. I don't know, baby. It must be copywritten though. Okay. Marvin Sapp don't want no what's gonna do. He don't want no problem. So it must be copywritten. Yeah. So y'all, he don't want no legal issues. Go to his Facebook, all of his social media, and go ahead and submit your song. You may be attached to Marvin Sapp, a Grammy Award winner. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all can write poetry, so you can write a song. Amen. Oh, thank y'all. You know, I was just, my throat, I just woke up a little while ago. So listen, I'm not in full voice. Okay, you gonna look into that? Okay, my blessings on the way, 7. Okay, so what do we have next, Kwame? What do we have next? Okay, listen, y'all know how I feel about Pat Houston, and y'all know how I feel about the estate in general of Pat Houston, right? With Pat Houston over it. Okay. The reviews are coming in, some of the early screenings, y'all, and they say the movie is halfway decent. Now, it opens on December 23rd. Mother will be in the house. But some of the reviews are coming in, y'all, and hold on. They say the movie is not half bad. So, is anybody now, are you interested since some of these reviews are coming in? Is any Top Squad members interested in going over there and checking out, you know what I'm saying? I want to dance with somebody, or are y'all just like, let this woman rest? I just don't feel the lead's favor with. Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot of people are saying that like they got the fashions and the wigs down pat, but she just got Whitney was really beautiful, like really pretty. And that lady, I'm not saying she ugly, but she don't have Whitney's beauty. I think they really should have found a really unknown, beautiful actress, and maybe, if people saying, I'll wait, okay. Let Whitney rest, put Pat sleep with what oh my God, y'all. That's why it's vicious. I say let that woman rest. Y'all done took everything that wasn't nailed down. She looks like Heather Headley. I'm gonna say the same thing, Bill Jr. That lady could have played the Heather Headley story for Lifetime or TV One. Did you hear J-Lo? I saw that it's trending, but I have to verify that, y'all. I haven't went to Time because they say the sourcing is Time magazine. I need to go verify that with somebody, y'all. Let me verify that because I know when shit generates from the Shade Room and Media Takeout, I have to take that with a grain of salt. Maybe they should just leave it alone. After this, please let this woman rest. Kwame, let me move on because I'm going to get triggered, Kwame. You know I get triggered about Whitney. Let's go, Kwame. What do we have next? Thriller anniversary. Oh my God, it's today. 40 years ago today. 40 years ago today, Thriller changed the world. And Dante and then was on last night, Michael versus Janet. And I really wanted to come in. If Dante would have invited me, I would have came in and helped him on this one, baby. But he had two people, and it was like 2 against 1. And so I was just quiet in the chat last night. I said, you know what? Dante, you should have brought me on. You know what I'm saying? But 40 years ago today, y'all, I remember vividly the whole movement. I was about 7 or 8 years old, and then it lasted for about 4 years after the album dropped. The whole phenomenon. I remember having that jacket and all that stuff, y'all. It was a phenomenon that we will never see again. I've never seen anything like that. It was Janet, and this is no shade to Janet. Janet didn't have a phenomenon. I'm just saying. Control dropped and it was massive. Rhythm Nation dropped and it was massive. But Janet ain't had no damn phenomenon like Thriller. I'm just saying, y'all. If I'm incorrect, y'all let me know. That was a phenomenon when Thriller dropped, and I don't remember Janet having no phenomenon outside of the Super Bowl, debacle. But if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. Okay, and that's facts. You should have called me, Dante. I would have showed up, honey, with my good wig on last night. Okay, I'm right. Oh, okay, all right, all right. Well, come on, Kwame. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? I just love musicology, don't you? Speaking of Patty, you know, we've been putting all this Patty shade because you know they think that I'm shady because of Aretha. So we have a whole segment of Patty, y'all. There's a whole segment. So what do we got, Kwame? Hold on. Somebody said, "Do I think Rhythm Nation was a phenomenon?" Rhythm Nation was a great situation. It was massive. I said it was massive. I said it was, Rhythm Nation was huge. It was groundbreaking. It was a landmark. All those words. Okay. They said they love Janet, just can't hear her. Oh, okay. Anyways, let me get back to Patty. Okay, so Patty, y'all, can I say this is one of my favorite albums by Patty, and it is my absolute favorite album cover. I don't think I have an Aretha. Oh, I do have one Aretha cover I love. The Aretha album. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is my second favorite album cover of all time. Believe it or not, Aretha will be number one. It's Aretha album, and she's okay. This ain't about Aretha. Okay. So this album cover, y'all, is my absolute favorite. I don't know where Patty's at. I don't even know who this man is. I love the blurred, you know, lights in the background. Patty's in the middle of the street. Look like they just left the Kennedy Center or the Oscars or something. Patty got this beautiful mink coat on. And this album spawned two big hits for Patty. If Only You Knew and Love, Need, and Want You. I love this album, but I love this cover, y'all. Patty, I don't know who inspired this cover. Y'all, this is a little known fact about Mother. I love album covers. Okay. Love Bankrupt is on there. There's a couple of slow burners on there as well. On this album is called I'm in Love Again. And the title track is I'm in Love Again. So y'all check that out at your leisure. Patty got on her good pumps, and you know, Patty's just in full regalia. That ain't her husband. For years I thought Wait, stop. For years, is that her husband? No, that's some man. I don't know who this man is. And I don't know where Patty was going. Patty, what was y'all coming from? Great album cover. Is giving Black Wall Street 80s style. He did, but it's not him. We verified that. We don't know who this man is, but Patty was married at the time. I really miss physical CDs. I used to love the inserts, K Rich. I read every line, all the lyrics. I played that album silly. Lisa Bonet Bomb used to design album covers. Oh, okay. Patty got on her best drag on this cover. Simply beautiful, Patty. Speaking of Patty. Okay, let's rock and roll, Kwame. I think it's time for our main event. Let's rock and roll. Okay, Sunday's best, y'all. We ain't talking about the TV show on BET, y'all. We ain't talking about the TV show. I love gospel, and there are four albums that have just changed the way I approach gospel, critiquing other gospel albums. There's four albums, that changed my mind about how I see gospel. Number one tonight, y'all. I hope we have a good time with this. Number one tonight is Karen Clark and her album, Finally Karen. Now, remember, y'all, everybody was waiting for this album for the longest. And then they finally released it. It's produced by Donald Lawrence, and Donald Lawrence was a young up and coming producer. He hadn't, established himself yet, but this, I believe, put him on the map. This CD, y'all, there's a Bomb in Gilead, Jesus a Love Song. Mama got a duet with Faith Evans. It's like Karen, but there's a Bomb in Gilead. The intricacy of all of that up and down and the flows and the ebbs and oh my God, Finally Karen. This is really a seminal album in my gospel repertoire. You know, if you don't have this album, if you don't listen to this CD, then I don't know what to tell you. One of the best, no skipping, just play it, push play. And I feel like the album was basically the album title. I think Karen really said it best. Finally, Karen. because before this, she was just with the Clark sisters, right? So there was no solo Karen. This is her first solo project. And I had the VHS too. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. Couldn't tell it if I tried. You know, at the end when she said, he's like, good. Okay, that one. Yeah, okay, I own this one. I had the VHS. Couldn't tell if I tried. Karen featuring Faith Ellis. Nothing without you. I hope she does an anniversary special. That would be nice. Somebody go around there and tell Karen, Dorinda did it. Hell. Okay. And that here had 17 cans of Aquanet. We love you, Karen. Okay, what else do we got, Kwame? What's number 2? Okay, and that, listen. Reverend Milton Bronson, not a single album, y'all, but the greatest hits. The greatest hits, Reverend Milton Bronson. I like playing this at night when I need to meditate. If I'm stressed, anxiety, hurt, I put this on and let it play. Anything Ken McFarlane leads on will get your soul and spirit right. I promise you. Okay. So what do we have, Kwame? Go to that album that is Greatest Hits. Okay. And that's volume 1. I didn't really get into that volume 2, y'all. The volume 1 was enough for me. Okay. So Milton Bronson and the Thompson Community Singers, straight out of Chicago. Y'all shout out Chicago. Because I really, I agree. Chicago is the birthplace of gospel. Okay. Okay. I love Milton. I love all of the lead vocalists. But Ken McFarlane is the lead vocalist extraordinaire from Reverend Milton Bronson and the Thompson Community Singers. I know him. I tried him for the good of them. There's so many others, the Holy Ghost, and I really love the Lord. Oh my God, just play this tonight, honey. Just put it on. You'll be delivered and set free. They need to put this, they need to take this up to the mental hospital and just let it play in the mental hospital. I really love you. Tina Watson. Every time Tina get up, everybody say, sing, Tina. If I be lifted. I have to listen to that one. Can't say anything offhand. Reverend Milton Bronson, God's got it. I'm available to you. Thank you. Thank you. I've tried him, and oh my God, there is no failure. Every drag queen in America has done There Is No Failure by Milton Bronson. Will have you snotting and crying. Okay, so please, y'all, just pop it in, and let the Lord lead you. Okay, all right. Mother just made me think of Sally Martin. Amen. Battling 1,000. Yeah. Okay. We got one more, y'all, and then we're going to take a break and come back with the last one. So we got one more, and then we're going to take a break and come back with our last one. Okay, who do we got next, Kwame? Okay, listen, I can... When it comes to the truth, y'all, I'm just going to go ahead. I don't like separating the man from the art, but I can. I don't do it with R. Kelly. But for this case, go ahead and throw to the album, Kwame. Okay, I can, I'm going to go ahead and separate the man from the art. Because this CD right here, listen, let me tell you something. This CD right here, this is gospel. It's a Grammy winner. James, wherever you are, you did this, okay? And having church, of course, with his beloved Southern California Community Choir, they were just in pure, rare form vocally, It's so much. And then you got Edna Tatum narrating sometimes between some of the songs. Y'all, it don't get no more gospel than James Cleveland and the Southern California Community Choir. And Edna Tatum just, when she said everybody got a reservation at some cemetery without the privilege of cancellation, you got to leave here. I felt that thing. Okay, so Uncle James, whatever you want to call him, he was a gifted man. Now you can have a whole nother discussion about his personal life, but you cannot tarnish the gift that resided in him. So oftentimes people that are the most gifted deal with the most torture and darkness. It happens. Okay. Listen, I'm just saying, I don't really listen to this new stuff. It sounds too much like R&B. If I want to listen to R&B, I can just listen to some R&B. So Ray, I don't listen to a lot of Mary, Kirk Franklin, all this stuff. It does nothing for me. It doesn't. I need some drums and a tambourine and a B3 organ. I love that he worked with Aretha. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take a break, y'all. We're going to shout out Bishop Cleveland, Bishop Reverend Cleveland, and this phenomenal masterpiece. If you don't know about it, it's called Haven Church. Go check it out, Haven Church, okay? Okay, Kwame, let's take a break and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Listen, we have a tip jar. If you're enjoying our content, drop a donation in our virtual tip jar, and we'll be sure to pass it on to Mother Brown so she can put it in a bucket. One more time. If you're enjoying the show, drop a donation in that tip bucket, and we'll make sure it goes to the church. Okay, let's rock and roll. I have a controversial question. Stop, Kwame. Hold on, Kwame. Okay, what's your question? What's your question? What's your question? Jesus. Ray, what's your question, baby? What's your question? Come on now. We only got a 45-minute show. What's your question? You need to type fast, Ray. Stop the show. Stop the presses, baby. Give him a mic, audio department. What's your question? Lord, here we go. We're only going to give you about 60 seconds. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Type quickly, honey. Mother Brown, go get that bucket for the tips and stuff while Ray typing. If the world canceled R. Kelly, why not James? It was a different era. It was a different era, and James Cleveland's already dead, you know. And a lot of things with everything that was revolving around James Cleveland was in the church. So there's always going to be a shroud of secrecy. People don't like talking about it. They don't want to talk about it. They want to keep it, you know, under wraps. So James had the black church. That vortex of secrecy, you know, basically protected him. Yeah. So he had it good. R. Kelly, different era. Yeah. Me Too, Time's Up, all of that. Gay men didn't have a Me Too and the Time's Up in the black church. Okay. Different era, different energy. Okay. What is our fourth and final album? What is it? What is it, Kwame? What's our fourth album? Aretha Franklin. What album by Aretha? Wow, really, Aretha? What album by Aretha? Okay. Now listen, this is not to be confused. Let me show you something. Yeah, Sunday best. Okay, this is not to be confused. This is the complete recordings. This is what Mother listened to. There's Amazing Grace, the album that y'all had, the double album, the double CD. But this is what Mother listened to. This is a phenomenal reissue with a whole package of all kinds of new things. This is the complete recordings that was released maybe 20 years ago, I think, maybe 15 years ago. The complete recordings are, now this, Mother don't listen to the, you know, the other one no more. I listen to the complete recordings. Because remember, you had January 12th, and then you had January 13th, 1972, over there at, you know, y'all know, okay. Mother don't want to get too deep because when it comes to Aretha, I get carried away. Oh, that New Temple Missionary Baptist Church. 2 nights. She recorded this album 2 nights. Okay. So many people say, well, Thais, what was the problem with Amazing Grace? And why didn't Aretha want the Amazing Grace video release. It was really like, it was not the best cinematography, video, and editing. Somebody messed up with one of the clapboards or something with regarding editing, and it just messed up everything. And it sat on the floor. It sat in the studio room for a long time after she died. Of course, her family, they went there, but Aretha didn't want that out there like that because it's a little choppy at times. The continuity of it is a little off. But we're not here for the Amazing Grace DVD, which I have and watch at least 3 times a month. We're here tonight for this seminal masterpiece, one of the greatest selling gospel albums of all time, Amazing Grace, a Grammy Award winner for the Queen. And speaking of James Cleveland, he is at the helm of this. Him and the great Alexander Hamilton, the late great Alexander Hamilton, and the Southern California Community Choir makes this the masterpiece that it is. Amazing Grace, Mary Don't You Weep, God will take care of you. There are so many albums, so many tracks on this album that I would be here all night going through each one of them. So many people ask, well, why didn't Aretha just do a straight out version of Precious Lord on this album? She did like a kind of like a medley, and they rearranged Precious Lord. Maybe because Aretha sung Precious Lord so much, she wanted to switch it up. So there's not a straight out Precious Lord on this album. Okay. All right. So good evening. Well, it's evening here in Florida. It's evening here in Los Angeles too. Aretha was in full voice. Remember, this is 72. So this is in her prime. And it's the closest thing earthly that you would get to hearing God's voice, in my opinion. I think it's probably about the closest thing. If you have not, I don't know who haven't heard Amazing Grace, but if you haven't heard Amazing Grace, man, it is an experience. And I encourage you to watch the DVD or buy the DVD, watch the concert online, because seeing it is totally different than hearing it, I believe. Like seeing it, man, it's really an experience. I saw it at the movie theater with my sister, Ariel, rest in peace, and she was awed. She was awed. And it was just a great experience. So Aretha, tonight is our final Sunday best album. And I can't say enough about this album. I encourage you to get to know Aretha intimately through this recording. Okay. If you have never heard Amazing Grace, I have no idea where you were at the last 40 some odd years. Hi, Thais. How are you? I just started watching you the other day. You are amazing and you are funny, Jimmy. Well, thank you, Jeremy Dennis. We appreciate your viewership. Did you watch Genius? No, I didn't like Genius. I don't like that lady. She didn't look like Aretha. I didn't like none of that. Okay. And they was doing some things with the story I didn't like either. I don't want to see it. Maybe I'll revisit it, Sean. Maybe. I did like Jennifer Hudson's Respect, though. I did like it. Okay. 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 Come on, Kwame. Let's rock and roll. We got to get out of here because I got to try to come back and do an evening service. Let's go in the crates. Let's go in the crates. One of your favorite segments, y'all. We got 2 albums that we choose every week. And, okay, Kwame, let's rock and roll. Let's go in the crates and see. Whoa. Man. Let me tell y'all something. Go to it, Kwame. The Jones Girls. First of all, I don't know if there is a 3-part harmony outside of the emotions, with that, that soprano range, and it's just crystal clear. I don't know. The Jones Girls, they are a special breed of 3-part harmony. And these ladies, rest in peace to Brenda and Valerie. Shirley is still living. If you have not seen their Unsung, please check it out if you can find it. But this album is one of my favorites. The Jones Girls album, it is just simply titled The Jones Girls. And you got these women in rare form. You're Gonna Make Me Love Somebody Else, remade by the firm Foxy Brown. All that. Okay. But You're Gonna Make Me Love Somebody Else. And Who Can I Run To? Who Can I Run To is on this album. And let me say this, y'all. The sound of Philadelphia is all over this album. You hear it. You hear Gamble and Huff, and it is just amazing. This album did very well. You know, considering some of the things that were going on at that time, because this was 79, the disco era was ending. So they did very well with this particular album. And yeah, they did well on the disco and the Billboard charts. So we want to shout out the Jones Girls. As I said, rest in peace to our girls, Valerie and Brenda. We cannot forget I'm at Your Mercy. I'm at Your Mercy. Oh my God. Okay. You can find it on YouTube. Yeah, check out the Jones Girls. Shirley's son, Cameron Jones, is handsome. And let me say this about Shirley. Shirley left the group, and did a solo project and had a #1 album, a #1 track rather. So I want to shout out to Shirley, because that's very rare, honey, for a girl to leave and, strike out, strike gold. Okay, so shout out to the Jones Girls. We digging in the crates. What else do we have, Kwame? Let's dig in the crate one more time. Renee and Angela. Listen, since we going real deep in the crates, let's pull out this next album, Kwame. Let's pull it out. Okay. This album means a lot to me because I remember I had this on cassette, y'all, in the maybe in the late 80s. I listen, I was always an old soul. I had this on cassette, and it's called A Street Called Desire. And I could only imagine where Renee and Angela would have went had they stayed together. Now, Angela Winbush's trajectory was going to be what it was. So she was going to soar and lay the girls out regardless. But she had to, leave because she said Renee was being abusive to her. And she said that was her, check please. But Angela Winbush and Renee, they were just, sent from heaven. Their voices complemented each other. On this album, you had about four #1s. You had Your Smile, I'll Be Good, You Don't Have to Cry, Save Your Love for #1. Oh my God, it was just one hit after another. And of course, they had some other albums, Imaginary Playmates, and a couple other Tunes Y'all albums. But this album is what put them on the map as a dynamic duo. I was thinking about doing a duo show. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just talk about Renee and Angela by themselves. Okay. So yeah, Lay Your Troubles Down from her self-titled, no, that's from her Sharp album. Lay Your Troubles Down. Is that from her Sharp album or is that from The Real Thing? Mother getting old, honey. I think it's maybe from The Real Thing. I never knew who sung those. Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. That's why I'm here. Okay. Great album. Renee and Angela. If you don't know them, start with Your Smile. Start there and then work your way to You Don't Have to Cry and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we can't forget. Oh my God, My First Love. I don't think My First Love was not on this album. I don't think so. No, wait a minute. My First Love. No, I don't think My First Love was on this album. Okay, listen. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta catch up. Oh, He Was a Mess. Yeah, they say Renee was a mess. He was a mess. But listen, it's almost time to get out of here. So it's time for what? Musicology announcements, y'all. It's almost time to get the hell up out of here. Well, I gotta have some dinner, and then I'm trying to come back. And okay, child, get this tea. Shantae Moore just announced after that phenomenal performance at the Soul Train Awards. Shantae said, "Honey, I'm gonna get back on the road," and that's how you do it when you gain some momentum. And she's one of them old school girls. She ain't recording like that no more. But girl, with this renewed interest, honey, you better hit 50 cities in 50 days. So Renee's still around. He declined the interview for Ensemble. He's still around, K-Rich. I swear you could do a whole show on this subject. You're fantastic. Oh, thank you, Joanne. Okay, listen. Shantae, girl, you finna go on the road, huh? Well, see, you married to Stephen Hill. So I saw this coming, girl. I'm not trying to be messy. This ain't a messy hour. But you just married Stephen Hill, and he over there at BET. So, girl, all of this, we saw this coming, Shantae. You finna go on the road, mama? What you gonna sing? Okay, so Shantae finna go on the road, y'all. I'm excited for her because I love R&B divas from the 80s and 90s, especially. Listen, the Top Squad will check out some of your dates, girl, and see what you're doing. You gonna shake it up or not? We'll check you out, Shantae. you know, but you're doing it the right way. When you got momentum, jump on it. Okay, what else do we got, Kwame? Okay, now you may not, some of y'all may not know her, but I have to shout out because I love her. Her name is Tidra Moses. To be honest, technically, she really, that one album is the album that most of R&B 90s fans know about. That one album is called Complex Simplicity, right? So she just announced she's about to go on the road. Her name is Tidra Moses. Okay, some of y'all know Tidra. Some of y'all old school 90s fans know Tidra. Last time she was in LA, I want to go so bad. She was at the Mint on Pico, and I don't know what happened, child. I couldn't make it over there, but I wanted to go so bad. But if she has an LA date, I just want to go and hear her sing, you know, You Better Tell Her live. That's all I want to hear. You better tell her. And you say you got a little girl. Okay, I can't think of this. Oh yeah. I'm gonna make you my. Okay, whatever. It's a whole album, y'all. Okay. I just want to go and hear her sing. I want to go and hear her sing. Did I put Tidra Mint? Oh, wait, I messed up. Remove. Okay. Is Tidra? I put Tidra Mint. That's what she was at. Okay, Tidra Moses. I messed up. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, there we go. Tidra Moses. Her album is Complex Simplicity. Complex Simplicity. And she has some bangers on there, y'all. And they were like, she was like one of the girls that everybody said, you better watch, you know. And of course, the music industry failed, and she, you know, but she still is out there, still releasing great music. She had a great song with Rick Ross a few years ago, still out there doing her thing, still writing, and just check her out. Bring Musicology back, mother, please. I'll think about it. I will. But you know, it may show up in another form. You know, we had Diva to Diva, Musicology. So it's gonna show up in some other form. Jewels of Ever, I promise. But listen, y'all, I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I enjoyed music, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Thank Pyro Media. Yeah. Was it a great show, y'all? Did you enjoy yourselves tonight? Okay. Well, let me with my whistle. Okay. Well, if you enjoyed yourself tonight, please continue to share our content, like our content, and support the platform financially. It helps keep us going. Thank y'all so much. I'm going to do my best to come back in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and see what's going on, y'all. Okay, so it's still kind of early, so mother going to try to come back in about an hour or so. Let me have dinner, rest, and I'll be back with something else. Okay, have a phenomenal night. Remember, the music only dies if we fail to keep it alive. So these are not oldies, these are not throwbacks. This is just real music, great, phenomenal artists, and let's keep them alive, you know, by supporting the content. All right. See you later. I'll see you later, kicking it. I'll see you, K Rich, all of y'all. Love y'all. If you enjoyed tonight, put some green hearts up if you enjoyed tonight. All right. Bye, y'all.